What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back, speaking my sports talk. All right, man, check it out. We got some hot topics today. Talking Oscar De La Hoya, thinking about making a comeback. Shakur Stevenson and Jamel Herring. Unfair purse bid, you know? Kind of strange the way they decided to split that purse up. And then we got Tyson Fury talking about how he's going to make Wilder pay. Down him on COVID, Woodley. He's going to beat him up pretty good. Daniel Dubois, Tommy Fury, landing on Logan Paul and the Tyron Woodley card. We're going to talk about all that this morning. What's up? What's up, everybody? Good to see everybody in the house this morning. We're going to kick it about all of that this morning. Yeah. For sure. So first, let's start off with Daniel Dubois landing on this Logan Paul and Tyron Woodley card. So, you know, like I was saying last week, guys, it appears that these gimmick fights, this Logan Paul's, hell, Oscar's getting ready to fight Vitor Belfort. But this is definitely going to be a part of boxing. And Showtime and Triller, they're going to have to fill these cards up with more than just gimmick fights, that's for sure. And it looks like this is what they're doing now. Daniel Dubois, I'm definitely interested in seeing Daniel Dubois, of course, after the loss to Joe Joyce, but he bounced back. He bounced back pretty damn well in that fight with Bogdan Dinu. And it's just not as if Dinu is the highest level of opponent or anything. However, Dubois was just coming off of a loss, right? And so you never know how a fighter is going to respond when they come off of a loss. Dubois, to me, Dubois did his thing. He did what he needed to do. The last thing you want to see in a fighter is slight or a lack of confidence. They take a loss, a bad loss is Daniel Dubois took to had a lot of people doubting his heart, which he had to come back and getting back on that wagon or getting back on that bike, so to speak, after you fell off is important. So people were questioning Dubois' heart and everything else after the Joe Joyce fight, because he looked up at the ref. He was sitting there watching him, and yeah, he could have got up, but his eye was just mangled, and he decided to just go ahead and fight another day. People were questioning him. Maybe Dubois was questioning himself, but he came back off of that loss, got in the ring with Bogdan Dinu, and pretty much demolished him, stopped him. Very impressed with Dubois for that win. Z1000. Okay, I am ill will. Got this channel shut down. Young God MXBC is the boss. Damn. Who got the channel shut down? Who got their channel shut down? What y'all talking about? I don't know, but ill will. Z1000, whoever you are, don't bring that nonsense out of here, because I got something that I like to do. Boot people, and I'll boot you off. No nonsense on this channel. Welcome to the channel. Let's keep it boxing. I don't care about anybody's channels getting shut down or none of that nonsense. Let's talk boxing. Good morning to you, sir. Dead Game in the building. What's good with your Dead Game boxing? Good morning to you. PED, what's up? But anyway, back to Daniel Dubois. Not with the foolery, bro. Not with the foolery. Not over here, dog. We don't do ours like that. I don't speak about sports talk, all right? So anyway, back at it, man. So Daniel Dubois. So he will be on this Logan Paul and Tyron Woodley undercard. And as I was saying too, guys, Triller and Showtime, they're the ones that's going to be throwing these, events. They have to put some people on these cards, bro. They have to still incite the boxing fans. They have to put people on there that we want to see as well. You know what I mean? Carlos Mendoza in the building. Was good with your brother. And so they've added Daniel Dubois to this card. But also they added a guy who's been constantly calling out Jake Paul. And I would actually like to see Jake Paul fight Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury is going to be on this card too. See? So, and it would, Tommy Fury needs to have an impressive performance. He needs to get up in that stage, in that ring, if they allow him to, and call Jake Paul out, man. Enough of this Jake Paul fighting these UFC fighters. You really want to prove something, that you get in there and you fight Tommy Fury. I'm wondering if Tommy Fury has it on his mind to get in there and make a spectacle, because he's really been at Jake Paul's neck. He's been at his neck since. So now Daniel Dubois, back to him, because that's really what I want to talk about. I just wanted to mention that Tommy Fury will be on that card as well, which is a guy who's been jacking up at the mouth at Jake Paul. We'll see how that goes. But Dubois is going to be fighting Joe Casumano. Okay, and look, this guy Joe Casumano, guys, he's probably about the same level fighter as Bogdan Dinu. So it's not as if Dubois is getting ready to take on the biggest challenge. However, you don't want to go too fast after getting stopped bad like that by Joe Joyce, but you still want to go uphill. And here's an issue that, Frank Warren, I gave Frank Warren all the heat for Daniel Dubois' lack of success in his career. And they need to make sure that they take him uphill, man. That was Frank Warren's problem before getting into the ring with Joe Joyce. He fought guys like Fujimoto, Ricardo Schneiders, these guys that just Ebenezer Tete, these guys that weren't going to get Daniel Dubois prepared for the upper level competition. Will Frank Warren make that same mistake again? And I'm not prejudging right now at this point, because he's bouncing back off of a knockout loss. Okay, you take Bogdan Dinu, that's a good fight to bounce back off of. Now you're taking Joe Casumano. Let's go uphill from here. Let's not repeat the same mistakes, because if he does that, then it's just going to be, recycled foolery. He's going to get beat up again by the next guy he steps up in competition. But I am definitely interested in seeing Daniel Dubois. On a side note, his sister was eliminated from the Olympics. I'm not following the Olympics a lot, but when I was reading this article last night on Dubois, his sister, I came across that Dubois, they got the same name. So his sister was eliminated from the Olympics. So unfortunate. Some lady from Thailand, I believe, beat her. But yeah. Side note, guys. All right, let me see who we got in here. Let me give some shout outs. Z1000, please keep it civil, sir. Appreciate you coming through. Dead Game, of course. Speaking Mind Sports, top family. Dead Game in the building. What's good? PED, my man Carlos Mendoza. What's good with you? Shadow Boxing. What's good, brother? What's good? Gabe Lopez, mi hermano. What's up with you? PD says Tommy Fury record is pretty bad. I had to look at it. Yeah, it is. But so is Jake Paul's. You know what I mean? So is Jake Paul's. And that's who talking about him fighting. Whoever they have Tommy Fury fighting in this next fight, most likely someone he can beat up. They do need to step up the level of competition. I believe Tommy Fury has a fight with a guy who's like 2-115 or something. 2 wins with 115 losses. So that lets you know what the level of competition is that he's facing. Not very great. I do agree with that, PD. Fish Fish in the building. What's good with your fish, South Croy, man? I can't figure it out, Croy. It's really ticking me off, man. I'm gonna call StreamYard and YouTube. I cannot figure it out, Croy. I don't know what the deal is and why you can't get in, bro. I really would like to talk to you again, but appreciate you coming through, Croy. Tickets pretty much sold out apart from top tier seats. Damn, going quick. Yeah, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy, Fish, but this is a wave. This is a wave in boxing. What will it do to boxing in the future? That's the question. Kwame Edwards in the building. What's good with you, Kwame? Julio Martinez, mi hermano, what's good? Black and brown boxing. There we go. Black and brown. Please tell me you got some time. And special guests this morning. I was looking anyway. Black and brown boxing. My brother, this goes out to you if you got time. If you got time, fam, you are invited as a special guest. I don't stay on long, Black and brown. I only do an hour in the morning. So if you can spare some time, come kick it with your boy D Jeff. I only have one on the panel in the morning. That's the new rule. This is the new show. We're going to keep it rocking. Talk about multiple topics instead of one or two guys. We're going to do this every morning. Black and brown. You up on the chopping block. If you want to join me, sir, come join me. South Croy, man, I'm going to keep trying, bro. Just keep clicking the link every time, South Croy. I'll break the rules for you. I don't know. But I've cleared everything. I don't see you blocked on anyone. Not on YouTube or StreamYard. But if you could get on, fam, jump on whenever. I'll break the rule for you. But it's one person on. That link is to you, Black and brown, if you got time. If not, I will send that invite to someone else. I will pick a guy. Carlos Mendoza, he says, why are people saying Tank versus Thurman? That's never going to happen. You know, I would be inclined to say, nah, that's never going to happen either. But I've been following this, and I haven't come out and talked about it yet. And I'm not going to spend too much time on this, Carlos, because we have 5 topics to talk about, and I want to stick to the script. But what interests me in this Tank versus Thurman, people, and we're going to talk about this. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow morning on the show tomorrow morning. What interests me in this Thurman versus Tank situation, and what I always say is that if you don't hear anything from Floyd Mayweather or Leonard Ellerby, then it's most likely a hoax. I've been hearing Floyd talk about this. That's interesting, sir. Why do they think Tank is that good? Whatever. Crazy to me. But I have been hearing Floyd talk about this. That, sir, should really pique your interest. Because if Floyd says it, it happens. Remember, Barrios, Floyd talked about it. When Floyd talks about it, it happens. And Tank's been jaw-jacking off at Thurman a lot, right? Thurman wants money. That's a fight that could probably make money. So I wouldn't be so quick to count that out, but we'll see. Anyway, D Hodges, what up? D Jeff chat, LDBC, salute to you, my brother D Hodges and the LDBC. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you. He said, I can't think Austin's going to have a good comeback. Just a feeling. We're going to get on that. That's definitely on the cards this morning. South Core. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. If Triller, Gabe says, if Triller wants to sell pay-per-views, they need to set up Sylvester Stallone versus Mr. T. Would be classic, Gabe. That would be absolutely classic. Davis, Reagan, Torres, all going into the gold medal round. D. Nice. Yeah, but Keyshawn Davis out here has to face Andy Cruz. If you guys don't know about Andy Cruz, look, Keyshawn Davis is a homeboy, VA, DMV. That's my guy, so I'm rooting for him. But this guy, Andy Cruz, man, I have him rated the top guy in that division in the amateurs. That's who Andy Cruz is going to have to meet up with. Andy Cruz has already beaten Keyshawn Davis in the amateurs. I think, Mark and I was talking about this yesterday, I believe that Keyshawn Davis transitioning to the pros and having these fights in the pros, then going back and fighting the amateurs will assist him. So this fight should be different. It was a good fight between Keyshawn Davis and Andy Cruz. They were clearly the two standouts during the time when they fought. They are still the two standouts right now, if you ask me. It's going to be a very good fight. This is an uphill battle for our guy Keyshawn Davis because Andy Cruz is a monster guy. Look, Andy Cruz gives me remnants of my favorite fighter ever, Pernell Whitaker, and I am not lying. The way this guy moves, this guy is a beast. He's a beast, Shadow, so Keyshawn has a tough battle there. Dead Game says Tank is a star. We know, Dead Game. He's a star. Tank by KO to the body. I don't know, but that's what Tank was talking about. He'll tear Thurman's little soft body up. He saw what Manny Pacquiao did to him. Tank's really confident in his power. We already doubted power at 140, but he went up and showed power at 140. At 147, man, enough of that. It's crazy. Thurman will put that star out. Gabe Felix Strom just came out of jail. Would have liked to see him fight Oscar, since arguably beat Oscar when they fought back. Yeah. What if he was boxing in prison, Gabe? Then he came out and fought Oscar and beat him up. That would be crazy, bro. They got boxing programs. What if he was boxing, keeping himself up, in prison, had nothing to do with stay in shape. Oscar out here with fish nets, sniffing cocaine, and you know what I mean? Felix was in there just getting it in. He come out and beat the hell out of Oscar. That would be hilarious. Sadly, I think Cruz wins again. Yeah. Already beat him on 3 different occasions, but Reagan, in my opinion, has the best chance to bring it. Yeah, bro, I'm with you, Shadow. Andy Cruz is he's an absolute monster. Good morning, baby. Absolute monster. All right, guys, we got to move on. Supposed to be 12 minutes on Dubois. Got to kind of keep this thing going. But since we are talking about Oscar De La Hoya, then let's talk Oscar De La Hoya and this so-called comeback. So Oscar De La Hoya is coming to fight Vitor Belfort. Now, if you guys haven't heard, the Vitor Belfort fight is no longer an exhibition. It is a real fight, but there's something that has sparked fire in Oscar De La Hoya. Fire to get in that ring and fight again. He said he made mistakes when he was younger, He wasn't mentally where he was in his younger years as he is now. No, we know mental is half the battle. Oscar De La Hoya has ambitions to do what the great George Foreman did. He has ambitions to do what the great Bernard Hopkins did and come back in your late 40s and win another title. We're not talking about Vitor Belfort here, guys. Oscar is pretty much looking past Vitor Belfort. Although Vitor Belfort, surprisingly enough, guys, has been favored in this fight against Oscar. Oscar's not worried about that. He's looking past Vitor, and he is looking potentially to go for a world title. Now, what weight class? Oscar De La Hoya. What weight class? Now, Oscar in his older age has put on weight. He's a bigger guy, which would hint toward 168, 175, probably where he's going to be meeting Vitor Belfort. Not 160, not 154, but 68 or 75 Oscar De La Hoya. Seems pretty dangerous to me. Could you imagine Oscar De La Hoya in the ring with the likes of a Jose Benavidez, Canelo Alvarez, or Biev or Dmitry Bivol, Joe Smith Jr.? I'm not sure if I could see Oscar beating any of those guys, but that's what it would take for him to accomplish what Bernard Hopkins accomplished. That's what it would take for him to accomplish what George Foreman accomplished. See, Oscar De La Hoya is knocking on 50 years old too, just like those guys. And he would like to step in the class with those guys, be amongst the old-time elite fighters to come back and win a title, because these guys were at the elite level. These guys were the best in their weight division, and they came back in the later years to win a title. Oscar has the ambitions. He has the thoughts to be one of those guys now. Can Oscar do it? Unlike George Foreman, unlike Bernard Hopkins, Oscar De La Hoya took a long stretch of punishing his body with drugs and alcohol, partying and so forth. That's not the type of lifestyle that you want to live. That's not the type of lifestyle that you would think that a fighter would have when he's thinking about or contemplating coming back and winning a title, coming back to the highest level. Can Oscar do it? Not sure, but these are definitely his ambitions. That's why I wanted to talk about Oscar this morning. Not as much as Vitor Belfort. Me personally, I believe Vegas is trying to win some money. You never can really pay attention to the odds, guys. The odds are always in the favor of Vegas. Jay Kyle in the building. What's good? Okay, Black and Brown Boxing, I don't believe can make it. So, gonna invite another guest this morning, and you have not been up here. D. Hodges, my friend. D. Hodges, this invite goes out to you, sir. I don't think Black and Brown can make it. So if you would like to join the panel, join your boy D. Jeff this morning, D. Hodges. There you go. Link is out to you, my friend. Let me see what you guys are talking about concerning Oscar. We can't spend too much time on this. We got to move on. I don't think Oscar's going to have a good comeback. Just a feeling. Well, we will find out, South Croy, for sure, with the Vitor Belfort fight. You know, when Julio Cesar Chavez just finished fighting Anderson Silva, it kind of showed me something. Not about Julio Cesar Chavez, but you could take from that if Julio Cesar Chavez cannot have sufficient success against Anderson Silva, who's an older striker, then we know where he's going to go in boxing. Nowhere. We have to see how Oscar looks against Vitor Belfort. Now, I expect Oscar to look against Vitor Belfort similar to Floyd looked against Logan Paul there. Right? He'll get hit, tapped up some, but he should just dominate. It should look like Vitor Belfort has no chance. And if that's what happens, Corey, we'll just have to see. We'll have to see what the next step is, see what he looks like in a fight with a real boxer, and then go from there. But I'm not going to count him out. We cannot like Oscar for the drugs, the cocaine, the foolishness with Canelo, how he's really not done well with Golden Boy. But as a boxer, Oscar was a beast, man. Let's keep it real. This guy was a beast, an elite fighter, an ATG, an all-time great. In that ring, he was a beast. So we'll just have to see. We'll have to see with Oscar De La Hoya. Let me see. Let me see what you guys. Thurman, Felix, Strong, KR. All right. It could happen that jailhouse boxing makes you strong. Fight Night Champion showed us that. That's true. Undisputed. With Wesley Snipes and Ving Rhames. Remember that game? Oh, man. There we go. Jed Kyle in the building. What's good with you, Jed? All right, D. Hodges. D. Hodges can't join. I don't know, guys. Might just be D. Jeff up here alone this morning. D. Hodges can't join. Black and Brown couldn't join. Carlos Mendoza said Oscar De La Hoya versus Lara 160 WBA regular belt. That would be great, bro. That would be absolutely great. Can Oscar make 160, though? That's the thing. He's a bigger guy now, 168, 175. I think he's fighting Belfort at 75 or 68. You know, he is still older, Mendoza, so can he make that weight? Can he make that weight? Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Champ Ross in the building. Ain't that the truth, Champ? Ain't that the truth? All right, Jed, you on the chopping block, my bro. I don't think D. Hodges can make it. Black and Brown could make it. Jed, Kyle, the link is in the chat. If you want to come chop it up with your boy, you are invited. You're the next invite on the chopping block. What about Oscar De La Hoya versus Sergio Martinez, the 68-65? Would be pretty interesting. Would be very interesting. I like that, Mendoza. I like that. Oscar wouldn't beat wouldn't beat D at this age. I don't know, black and brown. I'm kind of a small guy. He might. I don't know, Jay. He might get me. That's priceless. That's priceless. Champ in the building. Shadow boxer. All right, let me see. Jay, sorry, I haven't. All right, guys, I'm just trying. G-Man in the building. What's up, G-Man? Sorry I'm a little late on your lunch break, bro. Maybe I caught you just a little bit of the break left, but you know me, G-Man. If I ain't late, then the live ain't great. You know how it go. Nobody wants to see Oscar anyway. That I agree with. I'm not really interested in all of these older fights and these gimmick fights and things, guys. Anyhow, it's just I believe that, like I've been saying, this is going to be a part of boxing. We might as well talk about it. We definitely might as well talk about it. But I'm not. These older fights, Riddick Bowe and Lamar Odom and all of this tomfoolery, I'm not really. That fight scares me anyway with Riddick Bowe and Lamar Odom. I really feel like one of those guys could get hurt. You know what I mean? How about Chris Bird versus Oscar? Yeah, well, he was a heavyweight. You trying to get Oscar hurt, champ? What the hell? Andre Ward beats Canelo in any way. Not right now, he doesn't, Chino. Not right now. Andre's been out even Ward said it. He's been out of the ring too long. He would need a fight before he come back. Right now, Canelo ices him. It's just boxing, bro. It's boxing. Bro, I don't take my lunch till later in the afternoon. Oh, okay. I just listen while I'm working. My man, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Chris Bird coming back at 154. Get out. Oh, well, you know, he never was a real big heavyweight, but he'll never make that weight. Chris Bird and Oscar meet at 175, champ. So one guy's drained, one guy's a little bit overweight. I mean, a little bit high in weight. Might be interesting, champ. It might be interesting. Bird slim down, champ. Oh my gosh, I will go check it out, dog. That's crazy. Check out the major. Okay. You know, Glenn sent me a link last night. I was sleepy, man. But yeah, I'm gonna check it out, bro. That's crazy. That is insane. I don't know, champ. I don't know. All right, man. Canelo Alvarez, Dmitry Bivol. That's next topic, guys. That's the next topic. Gonna be alone this morning. No Jack Cobb. No D Hodges, no black and brown. But y'all already know I can rock alone. Let's get it. Canelo Alvarez, Dmitry Bivol, right? So I was always, I was never confident in Caleb Plant and Canelo Alvarez. You know, prior to Canelo fighting BJS, I was, I'm glad he's getting BJS first because BJS is a loose cannon. He's like Tyson Fury. We never know if we're going to get this fight, blah, 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 blah. Then the fight was announced with BJ, with Billy Joe Saunders, and I said, you know what? Now that I think about it, maybe Canelo should have gotten BJS last because this is BJS' last chance at glory. Biggest fight he ever was involved in. So even though he's full of foolishness, he's probably more likely to take that fight than Plant. And I started thinking, man, maybe Canelo should have went after Plant first and left BJS last because of the PBC and the foolery. However, I cannot, honestly, bro, being a fan of Canelo and not understanding the massive foolishness coming from the PBC, I cannot fully ride the PBC in this situation here. You know, when Canelo Alvarez and Reynoso sits there and tries to demand a $40 million guarantee, you can't blame the PBC for that. Is Canelo worth that? Could they make the money on that fight? Potentially so. Yeah, he just sold out Dallas Cowboys Stadium versus an Andy Yildirim, right? He sold that stadium out 70 plus thousand something people. So you would imagine that, yeah, they'll make their money back. But you're not taking the risk. It's not your $40 million. And we don't know Al Heyman to put up $40 million for no one. So why would he put it up for Canelo Alvarez? Also, what if Caleb Plant breaks an ankle or something like that? When you're guaranteeing Canelo $40 million, what about a replacement fight? Now he gets to get paid that money for a replacement fight. So that's not in the best of the PBC interest. Anything could happen, COVID-19 or whatever like that. You know, all of these fighters popping up with COVID. That could also be catastrophic, as Unrivaled spoke, you know, for the PBC, because you put up that much money, that is what's called a risk. You know, $50 million is a lot of money to lose. That's something that could actually cause the PBC financial turmoil if that fight was not to go off as planned. So it's kind of ridiculous. I must admit, it is kind of ridiculous for Reynoso and Canelo to demand that type of money as a guarantee. And so, you know, with that being said, man, that fight probably fizzled out. Now, I do believe also that Dmitry Bivol is a much tougher opponent than Plant. So it's hard to say Canelo ducked Plant to fight Bivol, right? How do you duck Plant to fight Bivol or beat the living hell out of Plant? Everybody knows that. You beat the hell out of him. It's a better fight. But when you avoid a fight, or if you set up a fight to assure that it doesn't happen, that's a duck. I've always been one to say a duck is a duck. So we must say that Canelo ducked Plant. Now moving forward, the fight ain't happening, Plant Canelo, most likely. So to take on Bivol, if you don't get the Plant fight, still get off of Canelo's balls, because that's a challenge, man. Hey, people just want to down Canelo about whatever, but they say he's not fighting the guys we want to see him fight. Okay, the Plant fight is not what people really wanted. People were talking trash about that fight. Even though it was a 4-belt undisputed match, people were still talking trash about Plant versus Canelo. No? So now you look at the situation, he's fighting Bivol. This is someone that people wanted to see Canelo fight. Either Artur Beterbiev or Bivol. He fought Kovalev, the easiest champion. Why didn't he fight Artur Beterbiev or Bivol? See, Canelo can't really win. However, Dmitry Bivol is training now for the Canelo fight. Fight hasn't been signed. Nothing's been agreed upon, but this fight is looking like it just may happen because Dmitry Bivol and his camp has gone into training right now to fight Canelo Alvarez. Guys, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Left my charge upstairs and my computer is about to die. Give me like 30 seconds. Ay, ay, ay. All right, juice. The juice is loose. All right, we back in business. Sorry about that. Bird already down to 160. That's amazing, bro. That is amazing. But again, Chris Bird was never a heavyweight. He came up to heavyweight. So, but that is amazing. At this age, he's down. Chris Bird was a hell of a fighter, strong too. If he's healthy, that's a dangerous fight for Oscar champ. Definitely. So back to Bivol and Canelo, though. Bivol's already fighting. This is a huge fight for Canelo. Clearly, his toughest competition, in my opinion, in his entire career, outside of the great Floyd Mayweather. Because this is a situation here where Canelo's in a fight, in my opinion, with a guy that can beat him. I'm actually picking Bivol to win this by decision, guys. I'm sorry. Over my guy Canelo. If he pulls it off, I don't see anyone beating him. He would have to go to cruiserweight, in my opinion, to be beaten. If he beats Dmitry Bivol, I don't see Canelo losing anymore. He'll take that loss to Floyd and it won't happen. But I pick split decision Dmitry Bivol. The only thing is, will boxing allow that decision? That's the thing that really sucks when it comes to Canelo Alvarez. And, you know, I will admit it could be, could be a fight that leaves another nasty taste in the fans' mouth. Because Dmitry Bivol could beat him and then get the business on the cards. That could definitely happen. The WBC should create a belt for Oscar Hoya and Sergio Martino, both well past prime and still fighting, and are both well-known names in the boxing community. Yeah, well, if they fought, you know they'd create some type of belt. Carlos Mendoza, that's Mauricio Sulaiman's specialty, creating belts. So very good chance of that happening. Oscar should just rematch Fernando Vargas. He also looking to come back. A lot of guys are looking to come back, man. They see the money in boxing still. These young guys are not doing what it takes to get it. So these guys are looking to come back and get a piece of it. Now you got Triller and Showtime in on the gimmick fights. Hell, they have an avenue. So I don't blame them. Salute to the General D. Jefferson. Salute to you, Rebel Life Boxing, my brother in the building. Y'all make sure y'all check out my bro, Rebel Life Boxing, doing this thing on the come up. In this boxing world, shout out to you. Bivol is a tough scrap for sure, but I think Canelo get him. He could. It's a great fight, even at 175. I agree, man. It's a great fight. It's a great fight. What's up, Rebel? What's up? I ain't gonna lie, guys. Champ 2. In the prediction league, I'm gonna pick Canelo by split decision. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. And on Bovada, I'm betting Bivol. I'm gonna bet Bivol because I would bet both of them, but I'm definitely gonna put somebody on Bivol. The judges are right. Canelo might lose. You know what I mean? Bivol gonna have to really dominate him though. Canelo was going for Plant first. They turned down the fight twice. That's true, boxer, but that's old news. We got to pay attention to current events. So I don't, Plant ducked it twice. But just because someone ducked you twice don't mean you can't duck them. It's sad, but it's so. But yeah, I agree. Plant 75 days is not enough. Then he turn around the next time and 80 days. Oh, that's enough. 5 days makes the difference. So we know that was all foolery because the first time he turned him down, 75 days, I don't have time to train. 75 days. You had guys that used to fight 15 times a year. You crying about 75 days as a champion. So that was foolishness. Then when it came the second time around, before he went to fight Callum Smith, the 80 million was good, but they couldn't decide the venue. The venue wasn't. Okay, so the fight fizzled out again. I believe that was in the plan so that they would be the last, and then this foolishness. They would be the last on the totem pole for those 4 belts. They didn't want to give that belt up to Canelo before BJS because they know he would have cleaned up. So this is, back and forth between the PBC and Canelo. Canelo Alvarez is the man right now. PBC is not going to come up with that kind of money so he can still move and do what he want to do. It's pardon my French, a clusterfuck. It is what it is, boxing. Jerome Benjamin, salute to you. Salute to you, my brother. Canelo fights Bivol. Canelo haters still ducking Charlo, Andre, Voorhees, Michael Myers. Oh, Carlos. You guys. You got to be ready for that Canelo call. Everyone. That's it. You got to be ready for that call. It's the biggest fight of your career. No? I counted 27.5 seconds. Ha! I made it. DJ Big Leg in the building. Sub D in chat. I'll give respect to Canelo if he fights Bivol and better be at the 175 without any shady. That's the thing, rehydration. Well, see, look. The rehydration clauses and all of that, we need to cut that out, bro. I had it out with freaking Precise Fight Fam because he just swore up and down, oh, it's going to be rehydration clauses and Callum Smith. Hey, man, how many fights is it going to take, DJ Big Leg, for you and everyone else with that old nonsense that Oscar used to do to stop applying that to Canelo? Dude, since he's broken away from the zone and Oscar De La Hoya, you've not heard any rematch, weight clauses. All of that foolishness, catch weights. You've heard people offering him catch weights, right? Jamal Charlo fighting him at a catch weight. You've not heard Canelo instituting catch weights, weight clauses, all of these certain clauses. That was Oscar De La Hoya's doing. And eventually you guys will get this. Canelo has been moving totally opposite of the way he was moving when he was under Golden Boy. But people like you, DJ Big Leg, you're still holding on to that. You've not seen him did he institute any of these weight clauses in the fight since he's left? No, he has not. So there's no need for you to put the rehydration nonsense in there. No need for that. Also, Bivol is a smaller 175 pounder, and Bivol offered to come down to 168. This guy's not even going to try to bulk up and be bigger than. That's not even his intent. He feels he can beat Canelo with the skills, and I feel he has a chance to do that too. So the old nonsense with Oscar De La Hoya, the weight clauses, the catch weights, all of these little stipulations, A-side tactics, that was Oscar. You have not seen Canelo pull it. What did he say in the BJS fight when they were crying about the ring size? What did he say, DJ? I don't care. Give him whatever size ring he wants. Stop applying the Oscar foolishness to Canelo because that's over with. It's over with. Period, bro. Period. That just equates to showing that you don't really like the guys. Hey, nah, you can't double dip. Double dip how? Double dip how? That's protecting your money. That ain't double dipping. Forget Prediction League this is our fun, champ. This is what we do. Put that money, son. You can call me double dipping, double talking, riding the fence all you want. So be it. You gotta protect that moolah, champ. Rebel life. Yeah. DJ says, I heard Canelo had hidden clauses. Yeah, you heard that he had hidden clauses. Okay, show us some proof. With Oscar De La Hoya, you've seen the clauses. I don't care about what you heard, fam. That's hearsay. That's speculation. There's no proof on that. Matters none. Tommy Fury versus Daniel Dubois is made. Negative, day game. Read the article. Daniel Dubois is fighting Joe Casamano. I was just talking about that earlier, day game. Daniel Dubois fighting Joe Casamano. Tommy Fury is fighting some other no-name guy, but they're both fighting on the Logan Paul Tyron Woodley card. This is not a fight with Daniel Dubois and Tommy Fury. Furthermore, Tommy Fury would be knocked out by Daniel Dubois, knocked out cold, okay? But no, that fight's not happening. It's both of those guys are fighting on the undercard on the 29th of August of Logan Paul and Tyron Woodley. That's what that's about. They ain't fighting though. All right, guys. So next topic. I gotta move. 45 minutes in. We got 2 more topics left, and we don't have 24 minutes. I love this new platform, bro. We get to talk about more double dipping. You guys. Oh man, Dege. All right, Dege, you know me, bro. I'm gonna give you the truth, brother. Give you the truth, no doubt. All right, so moving on, man. Moving on, my guy, Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury said, Deontay Wilder, he wants to accuse me of not having COVID. I'm going to beat up the Dosa again. Okay, I know it's a terrible Tyson Fury impersonation. But yeah, he gonna beat the hell out of Deontay Wilder. You want to tell me I'm faking? I don't have COVID. I'm gonna show you I don't have COVID. I'm gonna beat you down again, you big Delsa, making all your excuses and stuff. Hey, man, Tyson Fury is my guy. Now, this fight, I don't think anything's going to happen. Who cares about why it was delayed? Was Tyson Fury cycling off of PEDs? Possible. Was Tyson Fury not ready, needed more time to prepare? Possible. Was Tyson Fury putting some foolishness in the game and try to mess with Deontay Wilder's mental? Possibly. Was the COVID thing a hoax? Possibly. But one thing's for sure, two things for certain. These guys are going to get into that ring. And Tyson Fury is going to beat up Deontay Wilder once again and put an end to all of this. Wilder can go do whatever the hell he wants to do. But after this Tyson Fury fight here, no more rematches, no more contracts, no more arbitrations. You're done. And Tyson Fury and also Anthony Joshua are still talking as if they're interested in fighting each other. So we may still see that fight somewhere down the line. D. Hodges, there you go. What happened to you, bro? You had the invite this morning, man. You always come talk to me. You didn't want to come talk to me this morning, D. Hodges? Or did you leave? You left real quick, did you? Now you came back. That's what's up. Bruce goes. What's up, Bruce? Bruce in the building. My man, Carlos says, would there be any rehydration clauses if Canelo fights Jason Boyes? It didn't even matter. One punch. He put it right through his face and pull his brain out. Fight over. Oh, man. Bomb squad to this day. Well, he gonna get beaten on that day, there, guy. You just be ready for that. Yeah, bomb squad. Yeah, I don't mind Wilder, but he's gonna get beat up again. We're all bored to tears with the yeah, man. It is a clown show for sure. Bruce goes, D. Hodges, good morning, fam. Fish says, I certainly ain't for a certain fella clowns pulled out more times than a priest at an orphanage. Hey, man. How many fights has Fury pulled out of since he been back, Fish? See, you're just like who was that talking about that old nonsense with Oscar and DJ? Was it DJ Big Leg? I don't know who it was, but whoever it was, you just like that boxer. You and boxing, y'all talk about old stuff. How many times has Fury pulled out since he's been back? Answer me that, Fish. See if you know that holding grudges plagues life, bro. It's a plague. Forget about boxing. This is about life. You don't need to hold grudges. It's negative emotions when you hold grudges. Let it go. Right now, Fish, what you leaning on is prior to Fury coming back. But since he's been back, just like I told Boxer, since Canelo has left Oscar, what have you seen of this stuff? You've not seen. How many fights has he pulled out? Said two or three, my eye. That's a damn lie. He pulled out a one fight since he's been back. That was Wilder. One fight, dude, since he's been back. And that was Wilder. And that had to do with contractual disagreements and all of that. He's not pulled out of anything since he's been back, Fish. You're just leaning on hate in old situations. The grudge, man. You free your mind, Fish. Become happy. Let the negativity go. He ain't pulled out of anything since he's been back. Oh, man. Holding a grudge is just no. Yeah, no go. Let me read this. Thank you, G, man. This is a great comment. Holding a grudge is just a no-go. Doesn't do nothing but cause you harm. That's it. It doesn't do anything but cause you harm. Let it go, Fish. For your own good, let it go. 2. What 2? Wilder, 1. Tony B. Tony Boswell. Speaking Mind Sports Talk family in the building. What's good, Tony? Much respect. Speaking Mind Sports Talk and chat stopped in. Always on the way to work, at work. Tony, you and G, man. Love you guys. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Always a drama around him. Well, for sure. I'm used to it. That's why when Fury does something crazy or whatever, Fish, you don't see me up here denying it. Matter of fact, I've given Fury heat. As a matter of fact, I'm on Fury, Teofimo, Lopez. I'm on their backs right now. I'm on their backs right now. So and Canelo Alvarez, I'm giving him some heat right now for the plant foolishness because, at first I was like, you're not ducking plant fool. But then you got to get some heat for the duck. A duck is a duck. But I'm not on him like Teofimo and Tyson. Tyson is on some foolishness. I won't let him slide with that. And we can expect it. I always say it's a loose cannon. You're fooling yourself if you don't expect Tyson Fury to do something crazy. That's when you're fooling yourself. So when he does something crazy, I'm not all bent out of shape, disappointed or anything because it's expected. That dude's a loose cannon. We all know that. So I'm with you there, Fish. But all of this pulling out, he's not done that, bro. And you said 2 fights. Well, who's the other one? Wilder twice? It was just Wilder, fam. Wilder's the only one that he's had issues with. The first time he did it for $80 million, so the hell with Wilder. Yeah, he pulled out the fight. He ducked Wilder to sign an $80 million contract with ESPN. Still, a duck is a duck, so I give him heat for the duck. He ducked him for $80 million. And then turned around and fought him. So it doesn't matter, fam. It really doesn't matter. Think about it, Fish. Think about it. He says, saves you from getting bitten. Yeah, if you expect it. So if you expect it, you can kick the snake away before he bites you. Right. Don't hold grudges. All I said about Fury is I think it is one that will beat AJ Wilder and Usyk. But Usyk will make him work for it. Yeah. Great boxing match, DJ Big. I agree with that statement for sure. Once bitten, twice shot. Jeff, my brother Jeff, what's good? Mi hermano, Jeff in the building. Good morning to you. He's over talked, only got one decent name on his list in reality. Dog, it doesn't matter. All of that don't matter, Fish. I've heard all of that before. One decent name, Klitschko. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever, bro. Whatever. He's beaten 2 of the 3 biggest heavyweights in the last 20 years. He's gone fighter of the year, 2-time lineal champion. Twice he's won every belt there is to win in the heavyweight division. She could say all of that too, Fish. You can cry about that nonsense, but he's beaten Wilder, reigning champion. He's beaten Klitschko, reigning champion. The only other champion that's on the level of Wilder and Klitschko, at least their reigns, right? Or their status is Anthony Joshua. That's the last one on the list. So he's also done all of that. Whatever, bro. Whatever, man. Stop the Fury hate. Stop it. Merrill Dixon in the building. What's good with you? Good morning to you, Merrill. All right, enough with there's only one Tyson Fury. Enough of that. Enough. On to the next topic. There you go, my man BK came right in. Right on time with it, BK. Let me read this out. There you go. There's only one Tyson Fury. Fish, you docile. What's up, BK? Love it, man. Love it. He said, hope you had a badass birthday, boss man. I did. My brother really shocked me. He bought me this really nice watch, bro. My oldest brother. I don't even celebrate birthdays, but he certainly, let me show y'all this watch my brother got me, man. Really nice watch. Be right back. All right. So again, I had a great birthday. My brother came up from Virginia. Y'all know I'm from Virginia, DMV. So my brother came up from Virginia to hang out with me, surprised me. And he knows I don't celebrate my birthday. But it's my older brother, and, you know, he still acknowledges it. So he bought me a watch. Really crazy because I don't expect gifts. I mean, Victor watch, right? Don't know if you guys know about it. Really nice watches. But, bro, he went overboard. So I had a great birthday, bro. Well, check this out, bro. Check this out. Blew my mind. I was like, damn, bro. You gonna spend all of that money on this watch for? All right. Look at that. You see? Now, this, guys, is this watch. As you move it, it ticks. Also, you pay attention to watches. Real watches of quality, right? All you do is you pay attention to the dial on the watch. Any watch connoisseur will tell you this. You could tell a real watch from a Fugazi watch from the secondhand. On these Fugazi watches or these low quality watches, the secondhand ticks, tick, 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 tick. You know, it's like. But when you get a more expensive watch, one of quality, the secondhand glides on that watch. Doesn't tick. Right, and this is a lot of times how you could tell bootleg watches from official Hublot watches, Rollies, and stuff like that. Invicta watches. See that second hand? See, that thing glides. When your second hand glides, it's an official watch. Very, very nice watch. Really blew my mind. So, yeah, had quite a great birthday. Quite a great birthday, man. Yeah, Vic and Victor are nice watches. They're really nice. Yeah, bro, it is, bro. It has some weight, bro. You know, gold's heavy, Jeff. It is. It's a really heavy watch. It's nice, bro. It's nice. Shout out to my brother. Love you, bro. Really appreciate that. Much love. So, all right, guys. Last topic. We definitely gonna go overtime. I'm trying to keep this to 12 minutes a topic, and I want to do multiple topics in the morning, kind of switch up, and I think this is better. You know, I like this platform better, so we don't just talk about everything everyone else is talking about. We could get more in, like an actual sports show, because that's what it is. Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. I didn't even put my banner up. Best morning show. Boxing morning show in the YTBC. That's us. We got the best show here, guys. So moving on. Jamel Herring, Shakur Stevenson. This is the last topic of the day, guys. We are already pretty much at an hour, but we're going to touch on this one. Shut it down after that, man. He said, watches and brass knuckles in one. Yeah, no lie. Said can't lift your arm to read it though. Like, you get a workout, right? Hey, I'll tell you so. With my little skinny arm, that big watch really stands out. You can see it. Bling. Oh boy, that's good stuff. That's why you stay positive. Nice watch out. Hey man, nice watch out of nowhere, and that is a true statement. That is a true statement, my brother. Positivity, man. Everything comes to you. That's right. Nice watch out of nowhere. I had no clue my brother was going to do anything like that. And that's a nice watch. I ain't even going to tell y'all the price of that watch. Fucking blew my mind he spent that much money on that watch. Pretty costly. Tell you that. Tone, what's good? Not better than my Timex. I feel you. He said no Swatch watch. Jeff, you old too, dog. You old. You just gave up some of your age there. Swatch. Jeff, you my age. A Swatch watch. You just gave up your age. knock a motherfucker out with that. Yeah, I tell you what, man, you guys are funny. Won't be long till D will be like Floyd Mayweather showing us his. Yeah, right. No, sir. I would never, ever spend that much money on watch. That dude got like $27 million in watches, bro. That's ridiculous. There's no investment. I mean, that's crazy. I would never. Very expensive for real. Yeah, it is. You know about Invicta. It is. It's again, if I told y'all to, like, damn, bro, damn. Shocked me even. Because I ain't buying his ass nothing that expensive. I love my brother, though. I love my brother. 42. Okay, I knew you was up there. I just turned 46 Sundays. I knew you was up there. 90s. You was around and you was with us, Jeff. I knew it, talking about Swatch watch, Guess jeans, cross-colored. You give it up when you talk about those kind of things, Jeff. Much love to you guys. All right, man, come on, let's get to it. Last topic. We can clown all morning. But Shakur Stevenson, Jamel Herring. So here's the situation with this. Fight's going to happen. But they put this fight, the WBO put this fight at purse bid. Really, the fight was announced, you know, the guys agreed to fight, and they went to purse bid rather quickly. They went to purse bid, I think, set for August 9th. Here's the issue that Jamel Herring has, and I want to get you guys' opinion because I'm kind of split. On this, right? Jamel Herring is not satisfied with the split that the WBO put out there. I'm trying to decide whether it's fair or not fair, okay? And I think to some levels, Jamel may have a point here. Okay, so the split that they said is 63-37, 63% to Shakur Stevenson, 37% to Jamel Herring. And Shakur's happy. Shakur came back with a comment on Twitter like, calm down, it's just business, my man. Well, of course you would say that because you're getting the 63%. All right, Jamel Herring feels that's kind of off. Does he have a point with this? Because it is Jamel Herring who has fought the tougher competition. I will say that. It is Jamel Herring who has reigned longer as a champion. I will say that. Shakur Stevenson, we expect him to be a nice talent and everything, but this is literally the toughest fight that he has fought in his entire career. We have to say that. So does Jamel Herring make a point about this 63-37 split that they've ordered in this purse bid, 63 to Shakur Stevenson, 37% to Jamel Herring? To me, I think that he has a point somewhat there. I think that is a little bit, 3%, guys, is a lot of money. Now, here's something that we don't know. We have no clue of who and how much will be bid on this. Now, the minimum bid price on this fight, which we know will certainly surpass that, was $150,000. So they're going to send this package out to all of the promoters, Bob Arum, Bill Haney, Eddie Hearn, anyone who's an official promoter in the game. They'll get an invite to bid on this fight. Triller, all of these guys, right? I'm sure that it goes over $150,000. Shakur demands that alone, right? But it's going to be a 67-30 split. So let's say $1 million, which it'll be more than $1 million, but just to make it easier for the percentages so that you can understand. That means that Shakur Stevenson will get $630,000 and Jamel Herring would get $370,000. Just doesn't seem right. 45-55, 60-40 even. Because remember, 3% when you get into the millions of dollars, that's a lot of damn money, bro. That's a lot of damn money. All right. 3% equates, a $10 million bag. That's $300,000, bro. All right, nobody wants to just throw away that kind of money. That could pay these percentages, could pay for lighting. It could pay for your training, your sparring partners, and this is things that can pay for your expense. You don't just want to be giving up 3% when it comes to these. And I believe that Jamel Herring has somewhat of a point there. What do you guys? Let me see what you guys talking about. What you guys think about that? Carlos said, my 100-year-old watch does the exact same thing as Floyd 17. No, the hell it don't, Carlos. No, it don't. It tells time exactly the same, but there's a lot of things, you know, you do pay for certain things with more expensive watches, but it does tell time just like that. I agree with that. BK says, shit, I'm older than D. I can't believe it. I don't know, BK. You need to come join me one of these days, BK. Next time you come in, you're going to be the special guest. I invited 3 people this morning. Nobody wanted to talk to DJ. John know I can hold it down. Fish always say crazy stuff. Look, Fish is hilarious, man. Fish is hilarious. There he is, Fish, my man, Fish. All right. Does box office appeal count? Can't, not now, not yet. But yeah, but I don't look. Box office appeal does count, but how much appeal does Shakur have? He ain't selling. He ain't selling like that, Tone. Neither is Jamel, but he's no superstar. He's boring. You know, people have accused him as being a boring fighter. There's some truth to that. So box office appeal does count. But how much box office appeal does Shakur have? Right? Not much more than Jamel. Shakur's name is mostly popular because he's one of the young guns, along with Ryan, Tank, Devin, Telfimo. You know, they've been being talked about with these guys. He's not Joet Gonzalez. Well, he's not really fought in it. That's how he won his title, off of Joet. So yeah, box office appeal does matter, but that's not something that's too much on the side of Shakur Stevenson in this situation. Rebel Life Boxing says Shakur ain't got no belts. Yeah, he got a belt. He won it off of Joet Gonzalez. That's what we were just talking about, a vacant title fight. The belt holders right now, Rebel Life, are Tank, Shakur, Jamel, and Oscar Valdez. They all have one. No unified champions in that division at this point. These 2 guys are going for unification. They'll be the first unified champion. So he has a belt. Tank has a belt. Jamel and Oscar Valdez. So he has a belt. He does have a belt, but again, look at Jamel. Even if you look at Jamel's title defenses versus Shakur, he has a defense against Carl Frampton. It's another fight better than any. No, Shakur wanted that fight, but you didn't get it. Jamel got it, and he won really impressively. So he has a defense over Jamel Herring. I mean, I'm sorry. Damn. Y'all know. Carl Frampton, not himself, but he has a defense. So Shakur doesn't even really have a valid title defense. You know what I mean? Yeah, Shakur got a belt. I don't know where you been at. It's all good, man. Too many damn divisions, too many fighters. Sometimes I slip up like, oh yeah, that's right. It don't even matter, Rebel Life. We all do it. It won't be the first time, brother. And it won't be your last time. I do it all the time. Oh, man. He's in that young, great prospect bracket. Peeps want a piece of him. Yeah. And so he's marked. Yeah, exactly. That's true, Fish. That's true. That's true. So, you know, guys, I don't know. Me personally, I'm kind of on the fence with it. I think Shakur deserves all he wants. I don't think either of them deserves more because Jamel, in my opinion, has done more. Shakur is probably prospectively at a higher level, you know, where he can go in this game, what he brings to the table, boxing acumen. He's a better boxer than Jamel. Jamel has more power, longer range. Definitely the toughest fight for Shakur, but I think slightly ahead, but 60s and 30s, nah, bro. 60-40. And like I said, it's only a 3%, but that 3% matters. 60-40, I believe, is fair. I believe that purse split 60-40 actually represents the fight outcome, 60-40. Shakur. I say 60-40. I say Shakur. I would favor him 60-40. 60-40 purse split. I think it's fair. I don't know, man. That's just how I look at it. I think that Jamel has a valid complaint. It's one of these things where you can argue for him or you can argue against him, and neither of them really deserves the lion's share, to be honest. Don't think it'll go to purse bid, though. Bob couldn't handle another mess. Forget about that, bro. Purse bid saves Bob money, Fish. This is what y'all got to understand about Bob and Al and why a lot of these fights don't happen. And I'm talk about this, and then I'm gonna end it here, guys, because we already 12 minutes over. This is the reason a lot of fights don't happen between the PBC and Top Rank. Now, this is, of course, an in-house fight, but still it's the same principle. These promoters and networks don't want to put the money up for the fight if there is a risk factor involved. There's definitely a risk factor involved in Jamel Herring versus Shakur Stevenson, because neither of those guys are marquee fighters. Neither of these guys demand the viewership, the public. You know, they're not in the public eyes as stars, such as Tank Davis or Ryan or one of these guys. They don't have that demand. Neither guy, right? So by going to purse bid, it saves Bob Arum money. Do you know, Fish, that if Bob Arum and Top Rank throws on this fight, he gets 10% of the purses from Shakur Stevenson and Jamel Herring. 10%, right? Now, Fish, if it goes to purse bid and say the zone says, okay, we'll take this fight, we can definitely make money off of Shakur Stevenson and Jamel Herring, put it on the zone, boom, we'll take the fight. We'll give you $3 million for this fight. Now, Bob don't want to put up $3 million for this fight, so he'll allow them to get the purse bid. They put up the $3 million for the fight. The two fighters are happy. They're getting way more money. And Bob Arum now, Fish, gets 20% from Jamel Herring and 20% from Shakur Stevenson. So why would you say that Bob Arum couldn't handle another mess? The Teofimo Lopez situation was not a mess, Fish. Teofimo talked trash, and then he subsided. See, Teofimo talked trash, Teofimo talked loud, and he took another contract. So how much of a mess was it for Bob Arum? Because now he has Teofimo locked down again. See, Bob Arum's old school in this game, Fish. It's no problem. No mess for Bob Arum. Bob Arum has made it clear. What did he say? F the boxing fans. I don't care about them. He's made it clear. He's told you that. Bob Arum's made it clear that his agenda, Fish, is money. Now, if he can collect 20% off of each fighter with no risk of putting up money, allow the zone to take that risk, and he just collects this 20%, or collect 10% off of purses that will probably be less, because Bob and Top Rank is not going to offer the amount of money for this fight that one of these other networks will. Therefore, his 10% off of, say, 1.1 million, 2 million tops off of the fight, 10% on those purses would be much less than 3 million, and 20% off of both of those purses. It's all about the numbers, Fish. Think about the numbers. And when you look at it like that, doesn't make Bob any difference. See, I just explained this to someone about Sean Porter and Terrence Crawford. They're like, if Al Haymon believed in his fighter, he would. It has nothing to do with Al Haymon believing in Sean Porter. Al Haymon doesn't want to put the money up for Sean Porter, Terrence Crawford, and allow someone else to do it and just collect the fees, right? That's the agenda for these promoters. Make as much money as they can make and put up least as possible. So a purse bid, Bob doesn't care about, because this is not a big fight that he can make money off of. This is a fight that is a risk. So allow someone else to take the financial risk and just collect the dividends more than you could collect if Top Rank put that fight on. See, Fish? That's how it works. So I'll end it with that, guys. Great show this morning. Appreciate all you guys coming through. We are over time by 16 minutes. But you know how they say, when you're having fun, time flies. And y'all know how I always in this thing. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.